Hi there, welcome to this month's slightly delayed market update, and I've delayed it because I wanted to wait until the Chancellor's budget had been read so I could give some thoughts on what he was doing and how that might affect the property market, as well as give you my normal updates on what we're seeing happening around our area. Before I do all that, please, as always, remember to hit the subscribe button and the like button. It really does help me out a great deal with these videos. So let's talk first about the Chancellor. So from the property market, this isn't going to take long, because from the property market's point of view, there wasn't a whole lot to go at. There was a little bit of chat about some new build property in the south of England, but goes nowhere near where we need in terms of housing targets. I was so disappointed not to see more from the government by way of trying to drive those targets that have been missed consistently for so many years. There was a change to the stamp duty relief on multiple dwellings. Again, not really what we wanted to see to stimulate the property market. There was, of course, the big shift in capital gains tax. That might be quite good. The shift from 28 to 24% might help people sitting on property to think about letting it go. And of course, the final one was just the change that the government made on the scrapping of tax for holiday lets, which again could be seen as a positive. Sure, probably not by those people letting properties out for holidays, but maybe drive some more properties back into the more long-term lettings market. So really, on reflection, not a great budget from the property market point of view. I don't know that we were expecting a whole lot from it. It did grab the headlines, or try and grab the headlines, with the national insurance cut, but that isn't necessarily going to drive a huge amount of activity into the world of property. So let's move on and let's just talk about what we're seeing, notwithstanding that budget, happen around the housing market right now. So the start of 2024 has been pretty ferocious. We've seen a lot of activity, and I just wanted to give you a few headlines on that. And I'm just going to refer to my notes here. So at the start of this year, a 30% increase in the number of new buyers registering. I think that's a really, really massive stat to think about. Big improvement there. That's translated into a 24% increase in the number of people out there viewing, and just over 20% increase in the number of people offering compared to the same period last year. Now, not surprisingly, what all of that has led to is a big shift in the number of people actually going and buying property so far this year. So number of offers agreed across Manning Stainton, just over 30% higher than at this time last year. When I look at the market as a whole, courtesy of the data that we have from 20A, that number is just over 20% higher. So clearly a huge amount more activity happening, and we should be incredibly pleased with that. It's exactly kind of how we expected it might be, as we saw the numbers pick up towards the back end of last year. But what are we expecting to happen with prices, and what is happening with prices? As always, the indexes are all over the place. And again, I'm just going to very quickly refer to my notes. Halifax, they say that prices are now 2.5% higher than they were at this time last year. That's a big shift. Nationwide kind of agree. They say prices are 1.2% higher than they were at this time last year. The Land Registry, they're always way behind. They've just released their December update. That's saying prices are 1.4% lower than a year ago, so they're in disagreement with those other two. And Rightmove, just a very, very similar feel from where we were last year, just 0.1% up on where we were at that time. So all sorts of different stories going on out there, and of course you're looking to me to give you the idea of exactly what is happening. So for me, I actually think we're in a position now where activity is such and supply still being quite constrained that prices are probably edging up in certain parts of our region. That's not to say everywhere, and I don't think we're seeing a big shift. I suspect if we continue to see a stable economy and a stable political environment through 2024, all being well, we get a clean result when it comes to the general election, whenever that might be, I think we could see a year of fairly normal growth in the market. So maybe about 4 to 5% by the time we get towards the end of the year. As always though, you're going to have to stay in touch with me through these videos to find out if I'm right or if I'm wrong. We're available 8 AM till 8 PM, 7 days a week. We'd love to talk to you as always about how we can help you move in 2024. Thanks for watching.